we all are aware, because Rajesh sir, I'll be just talking about SSD first. So we all are aware about how SSD market has evolved in last few years. Especially in last 1 year, we saw huge adoption among all set of consumers, whether it's enterprise or consumers. We saw a huge adoption. Apart from affordability and benefits, technology advancement has played key role in its growth. Sir, my question for you is, what all technology advancement has taken place in last few years which contributed to the growth of SSD market in India? How Micron gained a competitive position in the Indian market in last couple of years?
So, first of all, Rajiv, thanks for organizing the session. It is great once again to get connected with our fellow ecosystem partners, channel partners, and at least this gives a sense that things are fast moving to normal, and we believe that would be good for everybody, good for the businesses, channels, as well as consumers. And I hope everybody in the audience and our partners, everybody is safe. So the question you asked about the advancements in SSD technology. Yes, so storage is an exciting place, and we all know that SSDs have been making a rapid advancement in that area. Now, by definition, solid state means it follows the laws of the semiconductor industry, and during the last few years, we have seen an unprecedented and almost a never-ending innovation in this space. So I would describe the innovations and changes, largely in three segments. If I have to talk about the advancements in the technology. See, first is the building block. So we know the SSDs are built using NAND technology. NAND itself is at the forefront of solid state industry. And what has happened, in the last few years, that the NAND design has gone through, a transformation every alternate year or so. So, what started with what was called SLC, single layered cell, meaning, we could store 1 bit in one cell, then we moved to MLC, then TLC, and now, the industry is moving towards what is called QLC, so 4 bits per cell. In simple terms, it means, we can pack 4 times the amount of data in the same space, and that has resulted in a significant improvement in various parameters. And Micron is at the forefront. We have been shipping QLC-based SSDs for quite some time now, and then we will continue to innovate in this segment. How it helps is in a way that you can pack more NAND, more sort of data in the same space, which allows you to have then increasing capacities without actually changing the size of the drive. Right? In the past, what would happen is, as the capacities had to increase, the product size often would need to go through some kind of change because there was a physical limitation. In this case, actually the size actually shrinks while we are able to give more capacities. Things have moved on from 3.8 terabytes to 7, and now we are already talking about 18. 30 terabyte SSDs are going to be they are made available by certain vendors, and we are already seeing products like 30 terabytes put into evaluations in the marketplace. So that just gives you what kind of rapid innovation you will see, and particularly on the capacity and density side. What also happens is, because this thing happens because of this advancement, it does not come at the cost of the other important parameters, which is very important for a system, like thermal parameters. Otherwise, in the past, if the capacities will go up, the drives will generate more heat, they will require more energy, and it becomes a more energy inefficient system. So in a laptop or in a mobile device, it will impact the battery life, which none of the consumer or a customer is willing to sort of compensate with today. So that is one part of the innovation. Now, any device is as good as the rate at which it can communicate internally within system. So significant amount of innovation has happened on the interface side. So for the industry had been working on an interface called SATA for a long period of time, and then in last few years, a new interface called NVMe came in, which improved the performance by almost 10x, which is a significant improvement, right? It's not a cosmetic improvement in the performance, and that has again further allowed increased performance, and then management of higher capacities, different kind of models, storage solution models have emerged because of that. And third part, which is related, is that as these innovations have happened, both on consumer and enterprise side, because requirements are very different on both sides. What we say is a democratization of products and data has happened. People are consuming more data, and then these emerging technologies have ensured that they are able to get it in a cost-effective manner, and an easy to implement manner for the ecosystem. And lastly, Micron's role. Micron has been forefront of many of these emerging technologies. For example, Micron is a leader in the NAND technology, where we have implemented an industry-leading 176-layer technology, which really allows us to do all the aspects I talked about, right? Miniaturization, more capacities, better thermal characteristics, etc. So, and then on the having a good product is one part. Then having a customer and a channel-friendly engagement is another important aspect. So, the other thing we have been able to do is bring these products ahead of time, and then make it widely available, through our channels, so that all kinds of customers, whether enterprise or client or consumer, can get an access of it. So all in all these things have these endeavors have really helped us to gain kind of a leadership position. So I hope
Yeah.
that I answered that part.
Yes, sir. Rajesh, sir, you rightly said, because because in last couple of years we have seen lot of innovation has happened in SSD. That's why we can say on a consumer part that it's affordable today because of innovation, and the growth is due to the data consumption and the amount of data generated these days. So thanks, sir, for answering our first queries with you. What all existing products range or upcoming product range do you feel will thrive market growth further this year? How you have aligned with your partners to focus on these product range?
Rajiv, as I just mentioned in the earlier part, in terms of evolution of technology, one thing is very clear, and it is that the from a technology perspective, the SSDs with NVMe interface are growing extremely rapidly, and we are very happy also to see that we are seeing a similar transformation in India also. So, which is a good sign, because that means there is a demand for that higher performance and higher capacities, development of those new solutions which require these kind of form factors. And the other good thing is that our ecosystem is ready, right? So we are working at the same pace at which the ecosystems and markets in the other countries are working. So that means we will, as a country and as a ecosystem here within India, we have our competitive advantage. One of the challenge in a digital space is in a connected world, the server location doesn't matter, right? So that is why if the fact that newer NVMe and newer storage technologies are finding their way is a good sign. So in terms of what new products that we see will be available and dominate and will help create new solutions and new opportunities. Firstly, on the consumer side, also you will see transition into higher capacity SSDs, and more consumers we are seeing are opting for again the NVMe standard. On the client side, the transition has been happening, and Micron, we have a very exciting range of new products We have recently launched a product called P5 Plus, which is a client NVMe interface based SSD product. And we right from the beginning we have seen a good response again in the market. Then on the enterprise side, again, we are seeing emergence of new interfaces. You will hear new terms like Gen 4 SSDs. So the industry has been on Gen 3, which were the prior generation technologies. And we will see adoption of Generation 4 SSDs, particularly on the enterprise side. From a Micron perspective, again, very recently, just few weeks back, we launched a product called 7400 series, which is a Gen 4 SSD that now we have made it available to our partners, and so hence our customers can get that. On the another segment that is very growing very rapidly is the portable segment. Again, solid state drives have found their way into this segment because the advantages they bring. So again, you will see larger capacities in portable SSDs, very sleek form factors. And from Micron perspective, we have two recent series upgrades. We call it X6 and X8 series. So very exciting time, very exciting range of new products. And what we are trying to do is, as I said, this is an era where our ecosystem and our channel partners cannot be behind when it comes to newer products and newer technologies that are available. So from Micron perspective, what we are seeing is, as soon as those products are available, we should make them available to our channel partners and our ecosystem here within India. So all the products that I'm talking about, as we are launching, these products have been made available in the local ecosystem at the same time. So these are some of the trends that we will continue to see. So if I have to summarize, the trend will be towards higher capacities, growth of NVMe as a form factor. On the enterprise side, you will see U.2 as a form factor emerging, and all kinds of customers, whether consumers in the client side or in the small and medium businesses or in the enterprises sides, demanding higher capacities, but in the new form factors, so that they need to have lesser servers, the real estate requirement doesn't go up, and the overall thermal parameters are better, so they don't need to consume more energy, and they don't need to spend more on the infrastructure upkeep of it. So those are some of the trends that you can expect in next 12 to 18 months.
Right, sir. So, means, in every segment, whether it's consumer, enterprise, there are products which are already coming to market according to the requirement of the current scenario. And I'm sure that with the help of partners like AVS and other partners can help you to reach to the consumers where the requirements are. Thank you,
Absolutely.
sir.
So the partners like, so AVS does a great job. Similarly, old friend, Vinay, they do a huge amount of work in the ecosystem. So they make platforms and new products available. So I think collectively we have an opportunity of ensuring that our customers and our channel remains ahead in this curve also.
How you have streamlined your service infra in new normal, and what all investment you made to give best service support to your loyal customers?
Sure, Rajiv. So as you yourself said, service and support is actually one of the most critical aspects for any brand to establish a preference and that close connect with the consumers and build customer satisfaction. So with that thing in mind, what we have done is worked on both fronts. One is the traditional approach and the traditional support structure, which is more physical in nature. Consumers are widely spread across India. India is a large geography, hundreds of cities and towns. So, one of the first thing that we have done is to augment that infrastructure, working with our service partner, that is Kaizen. We are reaching almost 40, 48, 50 cities. And then, that infrastructure will continue to grow, because there are a bunch of customers who have this comfort that, they would like to see a physical or over-the-counter exchange of either the RMA parts, or in case they have problems, they would like that kind of interface. But as also indicated in your query, we are talking about new normal, right? We are not last 12 to 16 months, and the pandemic has made us learn the new normals, which is an online way, or digital way of solving the problems as well. So what we have done is taking cue of that. That's another area where we have been augmenting our services and support. So service at time is not only the warranty support, right? Service is the entire support to our channel partner, further to your customer, right from the time when a customer is trying to make a purchase decision, is possibly confused about what product to buy. There are compatibility questions, etc., etc. Right. So when you are able to go to the retail shop, many of these things get answered there. But in a situation when that option is not available, what do you do? So taking a cue from that, what one of the things we did at Micron is we have developed, a tool, an online tool, which is called, a configuration configurator. So it's a simple tool. Whatever product that you have, you may have a desktop, you may have a laptop, any product that you have, and you're looking for a upgrade, then what drive or what SSD or what DRAM is compatible, is you put your name of the host platform that you have, and it will throw you the very specific compatible versions of that DRAM and SSD. So I think what we have experienced is that tool became not only popular with our consumers, but it also became very popular with our channel partners, because they realized that this helped them solve this problem also. Because in today's environment, so many opportunities are there, so many across the brand, so many SKUs are there, so many different configurations, product sub brands, and then there are different interfaces. It's a nightmare to figure out what is the right product for a specific upgrade. So that is one thing that we have done. The other thing that we are also working on is a consumer care program, working with our channel partner. The idea of that is, again, work as much online, use your social and digital media, connect with the consumers, and as consumers are sharing online feedback, before they really struggle, match make their them with the relevant channel partner, who can sort of figure out their issues, or sort of proactively work with our service partner and help them address the issue. And that is particularly important in an environment where there are restrictions. Even if there is a service center available, there were situations when consumers could not go and connect. So what part of their issues or challenges could be addressed using alternate means of communication and engagement, is something that that would be a part of not only a new normal. And I think that is something all of us collectively, the brands, our channel partners, everybody in the ecosystem will have to sort of adopt those new means, so that we are able to provide satisfactory solutions and satisfactory resolutions to our customers' problem. So these are a couple of things, initiatives that we have taken, and then we'll continue to work on that in the time to come as well. Rajiv.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate the brands like Micron and all leading brands who do care for customers' service concern. And in the new normal, you have already invested a lot to create a mechanism, a system where partners, the customers cannot suffer more, and they can have the solution whenever they want. As we are concluding the session, and these things has been only possible because you guys came online and shared your views. So can you share a last message to partners, wish them a good luck, or any last message to partners who are watching us online as well as present here?
Absolutely. So, Rajiv, again, thanks. A very good session, and I think comments and feedback and some very direct feedback from the colleagues in the fellow panel is very helpful, very useful. And I think these kind of feedback, very candid and good feedback, does help us to sort of sometimes see things that that are not visible to us, and then and put our focus and effort and find some solutions to that. Uh, in general, my message is, I think we have seen, hopefully we have seen the worst. I still remember there is an old saying that those of us who have been in this business for quite a while, we know that such downturns or pandemics come every now and then, right? Some of us remember the first bubble that happened in the which was called dot-com burst uh, in year around 2000. Then we had the financial crisis of 2008, and then similarly then the pandemic that we have seen. One of the experience that these past pandemics and challenges show us is that when you come back from these kind of pandemics, there is always a strong period of growth. While we do go through a period of suffering, when we come back from these, we realize that newer ways of doing things, newer ways of communicating, doing business, connecting, do emerge, and then they become standardized, and that ultimately help everybody, including our own industry. So my message to the channel partners and all our other ecosystem colleagues is, as we recover from pandemic, we should see it as an opportunity, because all other panelists and your previous panel, you have discussed that many things of the new normal are going to stay with us, right? These things are not going to go away. People are not going to put away things that they were doing now as the time comes and as things improve and hopefully completely improve. So we should see this as an opportunity. All of us are in the technology industry. The advantage for technology industry is solutions are with us as an ecosystem. So we should be ready, both the vendors as well as our partners, and offer the best solutions to our customers. The last point, the lesson that I have learned is, when you come back from downturns and pandemics, customers, consumers, enterprises, nobody tells you that, look, I know we have been in a period, 12 months bad period, so I will take something which is old generation just because it may be cheaper. When you are back up and running, the world outside wants the best that is there at this point of time. So that is where my encouragement to all our channel partners is, lot has happened, equip yourselves with the latest that is available, and as things improve, that is what would help them recover and take them on the next growth trajectory. And I wish them, our partners, all the best. I just echo what Vinayji said so appropriately. We heard so much about frontline workers, but in general, the society forgot that the new normal was online, and the IT industry support organizations kept that thing working. I don't think that got that much recognition. Vinay, thanks for pointing it out, and Rajiv ji, we expect that the media organizations will also ensure that the frontline warriors in the IT industry do get the recognition of what they did in the last 12 months. So again, once again, thanks and wishing everybody good health and good business. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. It was seriously a wrap-up of the discussion of what we did entirely. You shared through your words. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for being with us and patiently waiting for your turn to be in the second session. I really appreciate your contribution to make this panel discussion a fruitful one.